Hello, what's up and servus? My name's Simon Mack, and in today's episode I'm going to give you some ideas on how to be okay at setting goals. Zig Ziglar once said, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. And so I would like to encourage you to set some goals for this new year. I know that New Year's resolutions get a bad rap, and there are some statistics out there that say 25% of them get broken in the first week, or 80% of people who sign up for a gym stop going after 8 weeks. It doesn't matter. Write down some goals. I started doing this about 13 years ago. I was in what I call the PCS, the post-collegiate slump, and I developed what I coined as PCDD, post-collegiate drift disorder. That means I was going nowhere in life. I was aimlessly just going day to day, didn't have any direction, didn't have anything I was aiming at, going for. So what I did for the first time then is I sat down and I wrote down everything that I would like to achieve, that I would like to do, maybe that I would like to have, and it was a whole lot of fun. Now, did I achieve all of those things the first year? No. Have I achieved all of those things now? No. And that's 13 years ago. But I gave myself some direction. I gave myself something that I was aiming at, and writing those down subconsciously made me move towards some of those things. So, get out some paper. I've kept a journal for years, and I'll always write down in there, I'll make a list at the beginning of every year of what are some of the things I would like to achieve, what are some of the things I would like to be, do, or have this year. So just write those down. So your first step in goal setting, if you want to achieve a goal, you need to set a goal, right? Makes sense. And the next step is write it down. There are plenty of studies out there that show that you are way more likely to achieve a goal if you have written it down. There's a power of writing something down. You've committed it to paper and you can review it. You can go back, look at what did you write down, and reread it. So write it down, make a long list of anything you want to be, do, or have. And this is a lot of fun, because it's like a wish list. You can write anything on it. Now, I'll give you a few pointers on moving towards the direction of achieving those and how to write them. But the first thing you should do is just make a dream list, a wish list, write everything down. Take some time, think about it, and whatever you want, whatever you want to accomplish, you want to be, do, or have, write those things down. Some guidelines you can use for writing down goals that make them achievable. One of those is people refer to an acronym called SMART. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, relevant, and timely or time-bound. A couple of those can give you a good guideline on how to write down your goals. Be specific. For example, if your goal is, I want to be healthier. Well, be healthier isn't a very specific goal. How do you know that you've achieved that you are being healthier? Maybe you want to be specific and say you want to cut out sugars out of your diet. Maybe you want to exercise more. Now, exercising more is also very vague. So you could say maybe you have a gym membership, you want to go to the gym 3 times a week. Even more specific is you have a certain goal. Let's say you want to bench press 200 pounds by the end of the year. Or you want to run 5 miles. That could be a specific goal. You know that you've achieved it once you've run those 5 miles. You know that you've achieved it when you've bench pressed the 200 pounds. So make it specific, so it's not vague like be healthy. You don't know, did you achieve that? Or lose weight. Don't just say lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? And by when? Timely. I want to lose weight. I'm at 235 pounds, which puts me in an obese category for being 6'2". Now I want to lose weight, but I want to be specific. So my first target is 220 pounds. I want to reach that. Now that's maybe not my ultimate target, but I think that's achievable. So I want to say 220 pounds by March 1st. So I've got 2 months to lose 15 pounds, and I think that's attainable if I stick to it. So be specific, make it measurable, something where you know that you've achieved it. And maybe some of those goals, give yourself a time limit, say by this date. And as I mentioned, if you don't achieve the goal, it doesn't matter. If you don't reach it by that time, you set it again. There are plenty of goals that I've had on my list throughout the years that I look back on and I say, I didn't achieve it that year. Maybe I put it on the list the next year, maybe I didn't. But I recently reviewed some old lists and found I'd actually accomplished some of those things without maybe setting it again that year, or maybe 10 years later I had done what I initially wrote on there. So just because you're not going to reach it that year, or just because you didn't reach it by that specific deadline, doesn't mean it's not worth writing those goals down. As I said, statistics show you are much more likely to achieve a goal if you write it down. And also, here's a couple other things. Writing it down is a lot of fun. It's like a wish list. Puts it in your subconscious. You are automatically going to be moving in that direction. Gives you some clarity. And it's fun to review. And that's something that I want to encourage you to do with your goals. Maybe the first of every month, you go back and you read through those goals. So I encourage you, get a journal or get something else where you can write it down and you have it. Visually post it somewhere where you can review those goals, go over them again. And maybe you'll find in a few months' time some of those goals are not goals of yours anymore. I love Twisty Puzzle. Maybe at some point I had a goal, say I want to solve the Rubik's Cube in under 20 seconds. Well, at this point that's not a goal of mine. I don't want to invest that time. I love solving Twisty Cubes. I enjoy the puzzle, but I might have different goals. So you adjust your goals throughout time, and you can set new ones. Add some new ones to the list. Leave the old ones on there. Maybe at some point you'll come back to it. Every year I might accomplish a few goals, and there's a whole long list that I don't accomplish. But maybe I'll take some steps towards it. Like, let's see, some goals this past year: set up a recording studio for video and music. Well, it has begun. Here we are. Start a YouTube show. Welcome to my YouTube show. Record a few songs. I have not done that yet, but I've put myself in the position to do so. So that's on the list again for this year. Get down to and stay under 220 pounds. I wasn't successful in that. I tried a couple times, but that doesn't mean it's not on my list again this year. It's okay. I had that goal, and I'm going to keep setting that goal, make sure I keep working towards it. Maybe I readjust how I approach it. Okay, that's the next step. First step is set it, write it down. There's a lot of things on my list that I still want to do, and maybe I'll put it on my list again this year, or maybe it isn't a focus for me this year. It's just fun to have a list, and it'll help you achieve some of those goals. It'll give you clarity, and it'll give you some direction of something to work towards. And if you ever find yourself aimlessly not knowing what to do with yourself, just go back to your goals list and see, is there anything that you can take some steps towards. Well, I've had a lot of fun with this season. I hope you've enjoyed it too. I'd love for you to join me for next season. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you like this video, smash that like button. I've created this channel to encourage you to try something new and to go for your dreams. So here's me signing off one last time for 2018. Go for it.